We're now going to face off a component on the lathe. So this component's fresh out of the saw, as you can see by the state of the end of it. So I've already set my speeds and the tool height and things. I'm just going to bring the tool onto the edge of the job. And once it makes contact, you'll be able to hear it. We'll wind it back off. Once we're there, take it in a tiny increment and manually feed across. I can already see that it's not in contact the whole way around the end of the bar there, but we'll stop and inspect how far away it is. Yeah, it's about 60% probably not in contact yet. So when I switch on this time, I'm going to wind in a little bit further. Manually feed across again. This time the chips are much bigger, it's looking a lot more of a positive cut. When I come back and switch off, I'll see how happy I am with it. Good. Now I'm going to set my readings. So I've got a 0 z-axis, and now I know where the tool is in relation to the end of the job. So I've now wound it in 0.38 millimeters. Switch on and manually wind across. This time you can see the chippings coming off of large spirals, which is a good clear indicator that the tool is indeed in contact the whole way across the face of the job. Switching off, reset the 0 and wind it in, this time a finishing cut depth, which is anything up to 0.2 millimeters. Once we're happy with that, we will switch it back on, and this time to do a finishing cut, or facing cut, just engage the cross feed. You can see that the X handle is turning of its own accord. This is because a machine will always, a motor will always turn at a more steady rate than your hands will, and clearly you'll get a better finish with a motor than you will by hand. Once we get to the center, I'm going to disengage the feed, and I'm going to wind away in the Z and then away in the X, and then I'm going to inspect it. I'll go away in the Z, away in the X, switch off, and then I'm going to inspect it. Your thumb is a good gauge of how flat something is.